Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Ekanem Okwogo. Since the establishment of the National Youth Service Corps scheme in 1973, there has been conscious efforts by successive administrations to shape and sustain the operations of the scheme through articulate implementation of its program and activities. Today, we hear from Chief Dr. Gabriel Ibinedion, the Asama of Benin Kingdom, as he speaks on the continued relevance of the NYSC scheme 47 years on. We will be right back. Join us again.
It happened during my time as an adult. In the 50s, I all started. There was American Peace Corps. American Peace Corps. They be sending all the Peace Corps to Nigeria, from where General Gowon. When Gowon started it, they lot of sunblock, but the government, as usual, because they have to come to like it. It has made a tremendous impact. One of the best things Nigeria have done to integrate you into that national youth corps. Instead of Peace Corps, Nigeria called their national youth corps. You will realize that what impact they have made into the people and individual. Getting together, gave more job, more comprehensive, fantastic place the impact they have made in Nigeria. And I'm so happy it will continue and they will pray for it to continue. I recommend it that the government should not stop it. It's very relevant, very useful, and very important to the youth builder.
The Director General and Management of the National Youth Service Corps wish to remind the general public of the provisions of the NYSC Act, which states in Section 13, subsection 1, that any person who fails to report for service in the Service Corps in the manner directed by the Directorate or as the case may be, prescribed pursuant to the provisions of this Act, or who refuses to make himself available for service for a period specified in subsection 2 is guilty of an offense and liable on conviction to a fine or to imprisonment to a term of 12 months or both, fine and imprisonment. Subsection 2 states that any person who is not eligible to participate in the service year, so participates or attempts to participate, is guilty of an offense or having served in a service year and has been duly issued with a certificate of national service or certificate of exemption, as the case may be, is guilty of an offense and is liable upon conviction to a fine or imprisonment to a term of 2 years or both fine and imprisonment. All stakeholders, including corps producing institutions, prospective corps members, and guardians, should be guided in their conduct and desist from criminal practices in relation to the scheme. Thank you.
Welcome back. On today's episode, we are in Oyo State. We talked to the NYSC Oyo State Coordinator, Mrs. Grace Ogbu-Ogebe. She highlights the giant strides of the NYSC in the state. Also, we would showcase the laudable Community Development Service project by Ekanem Samuel Felix, who built a 4-room public toilet facility for the people of Igona community in Iwajowa local government area of Oyo State to eradicate open defecation in the community. This gesture has endeared him to the community as he is seen to have understood their plight and helped alleviate their sufferings. Stay with us.
The core members in Oyo State are wonderful. During the COVID period, because they learned about skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development in the camp in March when they came in, for just few days. We were in that camp for only 9 days, and they were able to learn at least something. During the COVID period, they were just something else, you know. They were able to construct automated hand washing machine. They were able to produce hand sanitizer, the face mask, the automated hand wash machine. You see them in the camp here. They did a lot of sensitization against this COVID. 33 local governments and 26 development areas. Our core members, all of them, they carried out sensitization to the villagers against COVID. And as they were doing, they were distributing these sanitizers to them. They were distributing face masks. They produced many of these things which we donated to the state government to assist in the fighting COVID. So what else how else can I describe all your core members? They're just wonderful. Many of them have been involved in CDS, you know. But the major one is this, the core member that built a toilet in a Gono village. That is the first in that village. In fact, maybe in that local government, you know, Iwajowa local government in Gono. 4-room toilet, one for male, one for female. That was the first. In fact, the day that project was commissioned, it was wonderful. It's full of praises for that core member. The core members from Akwa-Ibom State. Mr. Ekanem from Akwa-Ibom, all the way from Akwa-Ibom.
It is on this premise that Ekanem Samuel Felix, a core member serving in Igona, a remote town in Iwajowa local government area of Oyo State, decided to take a bold step in eradicating open defecation in Igona town, his host community, by constructing the first public toilet in the community. Samuel, a 2019 batch B Stream 2 core member, said he was inspired to embark on the project because of the alarming rate of open defecation in the community.
So when I came, I noticed that people were, eating themselves by the roadside, in the gutter and in the bushes. And even in the lodge that I was given as a core member, there is no toilets. So I now took it as a challenge. I actually looked at the implications of open defecation to the community. And I know that they are vulnerable to certain sicknesses and diseases. So I said no, that at least courtesy my service here, I should be able to provide an ultra-modern public toilet for the community as my own contribution to the fight against open defecation in the community. That is what inspired the project. Out of the several challenges I had, I think fundraising was the heaviest. It was not very easy before I was able to come out with the fund. And as a result of that, I had to spend 1 full year here without traveling. I've never traveled since I came here for service. So I was opportune to talk to a conference of the patriots of the community on the 28th of December last year. That was where I met them in good number, and then I presented the project to them, and then they asked several questions concerning the viability of the project. So I told them why I have to come up with the project and why it was necessary for the community. So they vouched their support, their sponsorship of the project. And then there was the emergence of COVID-19. That is actually what delayed the funding, but thereafter they were able to respond and responded very well. So the fund for the project were released by several philanthropists across the community. Some are based in the country, some are based outside the country. But they sent down the fund, though late, but it was enough for me to start the project. So the fund was actually from philanthropists in the community.
first experience I had with him was when I came into the local government. So I came in, and he's the corporal in charge of our school. He's in charge of every corps member in our school. So he was asked to take us to our school. He came, took us to our school, did our documentation. He took out his time from his daily schedule every day for the 5 days we spent here. He came, took us around the local government, showed us different places, showed us the market where we can get things, showed us places we can relax. He showed us everything about the local government. I was inspired in 2 ways. First of all, he's actually from my place, Akwa-Ibom. So I was actually impressed to see what someone from Akwa-Ibom did in a place that he doesn't even know about. He just came here to serve and did something so remarkable. So I was inspired by that, first of all. And secondly, it's a project that actually met a need in the community. He saw a need and he met it. So we were inspired as a group to actually do something for the community before we pass out. We wanted to leave our steps in the sands of time in the community. We didn't just want to leave because we saw what he did. So we wanted to do something as remarkable as that, thanks to what he showed us.
Manuel, ó jẹ́ ẹni tó dá láti ìdílé rẹ̀. So ìgbà tó wá síbí, a rí wípé ó jẹ́ ọmọ tó tinú family rere wá. So ó tún jẹ́ ẹni tó wà jófíà ní àdúgbò. So tó bá dé àdúgbò wa bí, ó máa ń kí gbogbo àwọn ènìyàn, ó sì máa ń ṣe dáadáa sí àwọn ọmọ kéékèèké bí. Then níṣègbà tí ó sì dé síbí tí ó wá ṣe tọ́lẹ̀tì yìí fún wa. A dúpẹ́ gan lọ́wọ́ àwọn àgùnbánirọ̀ wa pẹ̀lú iṣẹ́ takuntakun tí wọ́n ṣe fún wa ní Ìwájọwà local government. Fún àkókò ìgbà díẹ̀ sẹ́yìn, kò sí ilé ìyàgbẹ́ bí a máa ń ju sọtfútù ní àdúgbò wa yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n a ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ ńgbà tí àwọn àgùnbánirọ̀ wa dé àdúgbò yìí wípé wọ́n ṣe iṣẹ́ takuntakun fún wa láti ṣe ilé ìyàgbẹ́ yìí fún wa. So ó fún wa lóore ọ̀fẹ́ láti má máa ju sọtfútù ká àdúgbò kiri mọ́.
Bá a bá lọ ilé ayérayé tẹ́líìsì, àwọn ọmọ wa máa jẹ àǹfààní, àtàwọn ọmọ àtọmọdọ́mọ wa wọ́n máa jẹ àǹfààní kínní. A dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run tó gbé ètò tó dà yìí tó gbé kalẹ̀.
Gbogbo ìdílé tá a fún nílẹ̀ yìí, àjíǹjọ́ kankan má ṣàdúrà fún. Wọ́n pàápàá Mùsùlùmí lèmi, Aláàjì ni mí. Àwọn máa sọ fọlọ́run kọ́lọ́run tó pàṣẹ Ádámù, kọ́lọ́run bá wa pàṣẹ rẹ̀. Torí pé ohun tó ṣe fún wa dùn mọ́ wa púpọ̀. Àwọn àfihàn tó ń rán àwọn ọmọ wa náà létí tí wọ́n wà sí àwọn ọmọ wa wà gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe wà yìí. Àfihàn lórí pé ẹ̀yin gan ẹ máa kópa rí níbi yòówù tẹ́ ẹ bá dé o. Torí pé ìpalá ńlá ló kó fún wa yìí. Má ní gbàgbé ni.
Ohun tí a lè sọ nípa àwọn àgùnbánirọ̀ wa, wọ́n ń ṣe gúgúrú méje yàyà mẹ́fà nígbà tí wọ́n dé ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Ìwájọwà wa ń bí gbogbo àwọn tó ń wá síbí ní àwọn àgùnbánirọ̀ yẹn. Irú tọ́lẹ̀tì tó wà ń bí, àwọn náà ni wọ́n ṣe kí wọ́n tó di pé àwọn lọ. A credit àwọn àgùnbánirọ̀ pé wọ́n ń ṣe gúgúrú méje yàyà mẹ́fà sá. Mọ́nà tí a lè gbà wọn ni pé ẹ̀sìn tó bá ṣáájú yẹn tó bá ti mọ̀ rìn, àwọn tó bá ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn yẹn rìn tí aṣáájú yẹn rìn tó da yẹn, òun la fẹ́ kí àwọn yòókù náà tó bá tún dé kí wọ́n máa rìn, kí a lè máa gbé wọn ní lárugẹ pé wọ́n sì jẹ́ ọmọ Nàìjíríà rere.
Ó Ọlọ́run bá dúró tì yín o, Ọlọ́run ní dúró tì yín. Ó dúró tì yín débi ó dúró tì yín dé yìí tí bẹ́ẹ̀ pé bá ti ṣe igi yìí táwọn òbí àwọn mọ̀nà tí òkúté gbogbo yóò fi kú òun bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ọba wa ṣe.
Corps members in Oyo State are encouraged to enhance the living conditions of their host communities through well-meaning community development service projects.
During the camp, we sensitize them, especially in all the cardinal programs of the scheme, the CDS. When you get to the place of primary assignment, look around, check the felt need of that community, put it in place, and you'll be writing your name on the sands of time. Leave a lasting legacy that will outlive him or her after he has left that place. And that corps member listened to us, and he was able to do that, which will long be remembered.
In cultivating the culture of self-reliance, corps members are trained in diverse skills under the NYSC Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Program, SAID.
In the camp, we dedicate 10 days of 21 days orientation in learning the skills. We have poetry, we have ICT, we have even environmental, like laying of tiles, painting, and so many other things, even makeup. And many of them have been interested.
In fulfilling its mandate, the Oyo State government is providing the required support to ensure the smooth operations of the scheme in the state.
They came to assist us in rebuilding some of the damaged facilities in the camp. The windstorm that blew around May, June took off most of the roofs of our 2 pavilions, some of the hostel roofs, the toilets, the kitchen, the ceilings of the most hostels were off. But the local government chairman of ISEI came to our aid, re-roofed one of the pavilions, and the state government, also assisted the way they can, but they have promised that they will build more hostels for us. In fact, I was told by the chairman of the state governing board, NYSC state governing board, that they have approved some money to raise 2 hostels for us, 500 capacity each, 1 for female, 1 for male. And I've already approved the supply of 1,000 mattresses for that, for the 2 hostels, 500 for male, 500 for female. Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
It is amazing how much impact the provision of a public toilet can make. As common as it might sound, it is a lifesaver, literally. Open defecation and lack of sanitation is an important factor that causes diseases and can lead to death, particularly of children. Thank you, Felix. Moving on, core members across the country are fully integrating into their host communities and enjoy support from members of their host communities. For the core members in Igana community, they have a lineup of community bonding and capacity building activities for the children of the community, such as football and debate competitions. Take a look.
Ekanem has been awesome. The hospitality, the love they shown to us, especially the love they show to couples is actually remarkable. Because I will not lie, so many people, families have brought foodstuff to us without us asking. They've been treating us well. Our schools have been actually good. They've been doing their best. Ekanem has been a wonderful place. It's a place that anyone can actually serve in because they will treat you well. They don't treat you with malice. They treat you with love and care because they believe if they treat you well, they also treat their children well, wherever their children are. So that's one thing I realized about the place.
Felix's intervention in the community has served as an inspiration to other core members to make a positive impact in the community.
Ekanem Samuel that served in Ekanem here, because I met him when I came in March, when I was posted there in March 2020. And he really inspired me because I realized that as a copper posted from another state to serve in a place he never knew, he did something remarkable, something that even NT had to come and cover it. Something that he actually provided a need for the community. What they actually needed was this toilet. Because everywhere around the community, they actually defecate anyhow. But due to what he saw, he did something remarkable. So we're inspired by that, especially me in particular. Because I realized that he's from Akwa-Ibom, I'm from Akwa-Ibom. I'm posted to a place I never knew. He was also posted to this place and did something remarkable. So that was one of the things that actually inspired me to host the competition. So we can leave our footsteps in the sand of time. So I won't just come and leave without doing anything remarkable for the community.
As a way of integrating into their host community, core members have learned to prepare and enjoy local delicacies.
So one of the things I actually experienced in this place when I came was the food. Now, I can't get my own kind of food here, the food I eat from Akwa-Ibom. So I had to experience their own food, their wedu, their amala, their foriro, all of them. So I had to eat what I saw, and I will not lie, I've been enjoying it. Why? Because I eat it almost every week. So that's like the only swallow, that's one of the main swallow you get in this place. The amala and the rest, the ewedu and the rest. So it's been good, it's been awesome. I will not lie, I've been enjoying it. So I can attest to that.
Even though in a rural community, core members feel safe and secure due to the acceptance of the members of the host community.
In terms of the security of Ekanem in Iwajowa local government, the place is very, very secure. Now, when we met the Shabi Ekanem, he told us that this is one of the most secure places you can actually live in this local government. and we have come to experience it. Why? Because now we stay far away. Most times we go to charge our phone at the filling station. Now, the filling station is a place that anyone can come to at any time. Or you can leave your phone there for 2 hours, 3 hours, come back and still meet your phone. Now, you can leave most times you leave your door open because of the heat, do not have to sleep. Nobody comes there to take anything. The place is very, very secure. Most people even sleep outside. They sleep outside at night, nothing happens. You are very secure. So the place is very, very protected and secure. That's one of the wonderful things I know about this place.
Corps members should strive to embark on community development service projects, either as groups or as individuals, to contribute towards the enhancement of the living conditions of members of their host communities.
We have 2 plans, 2 basic community projects. Now, the first one is the football competition that we're hosting December 2020, this year, December 2020. And that's from the 14th to the 17th of December 2020. Now, the main aim of the football competition is to promote unity among the schools. Now, we have 6 major high schools in this local government. And so we are trying to, we're hosting a football competition in order to promote unity among the students, the teachers, and the staff in the community. Because we realize that the community, they actually enjoy football. Anyway they're playing football, they always gather around to watch it. So that's the first project. And the second one is going to be held in February 2021. And that's a debate competition. Now, the main aim of the debate competition is to help the students improve on their vocabulary. Because we all realize that when we came into the local government, especially the schools, one of the issues they have is their vocabulary. They rarely speak English. Now, it's not as though they don't understand it. You speak to them, they understand. But for them to communicate it back to you in English is always the problem. So most of the teachers, in fact, throughout the school, they use Yoruba a lot, both in the higher senior secondary, junior secondary, primary and secondary. They speak Yoruba, almost all the teachers. So now we realize that fine, they understand the English, but because they don't practice it, so they are not really able to speak it fluently. They speak to their teachers with Yoruba, they speak to themselves with Yoruba. Almost all their communication is in Yoruba. It's just rarely, a few times, that they use English. So that's why, even me, when I'm teaching most times, I have to start learning Yoruba, because you are teaching physics and you're trying to explain it in English, and they're all looking at you. So that's a senior secondary student, SS1, SS1, SS3. So now I start learning Yoruba small, little by little, in order to be able to communicate with them. So we realize that the English is actually a major factor in the community, all the schools, irrespective of the private school or not. So that's why we decided to host the debate competition in particular.
The people of Ekanem are very, very good, very accommodating. And then their king, just learning the terminologies because I'm not a Yoruba girl. The Kabiyesi, the Shabi Ekanem of Ekanem. So he's very, very accommodating. He's a father. He explained everything to us. Like myself, this is the first time I've been in the West. I've never left East since I was born. So he's the person that explained everything, the oral and everything. So I learned more of Yoruba culture from him. He has been there for us always. He always answered us anytime we called him. We call on him. He's always there. We make it fun for us, so it's very fun, and the people are very accommodating.
It is clear that these corps members feel at home in their host community. The National Youth Service Corps was established to properly encourage the development of common ties among Nigerian youth and thus promote national unity and development. On that beautiful note, we draw the curtain on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. We would love to hear from you. Please reach us on the online handles displayed right now on your screens, and we would write back. Remember, the safety of corps members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Ekanem Okwogo. Stay safe.
Section 6 of the National Youth Service Corps Act places in every state government the responsibility to arrange and provide accommodation, boarding, transportation, and to provide other facilities which are essential for the welfare of members of the Service Corps and the success of the scheme in the states, and also to arrange the provision of facilities for orientation courses and winding up exercises. while Section 7, subsection 4 states that every state government shall be required to provide such other facilities and contribute to the implementation and achievement of the programs and projects of the Service Corps in the states, including, but not limited to, land for agriculture, orientation camps, and transportation facilities. The Director General and the management of the National Youth Service Corps appreciates the efforts of all the state governments who have provided adequate facilities for corps members serving in their states, and use this medium to encourage and appeal to other state governments to provide adequate facilities for corps members serving in their states in order to guarantee a smooth and successful service year. Thank you.